What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day and an awesome week. Just want to throw out a quick video and show you a couple of the snakes and a couple updates on some of them and how they are doing. But it's getting really nice out, and I wanted to take her out in the grass and get a video of her, but the neighbor was mowing the lawn and that would have just been a little bit distracting. Had her out yesterday and it's getting in the 80s, so it's not too bad for them to be outside. And she was cruising. She loves to be outside in the grass. But I'm really thinking about changing her feeding schedule to 10 days on medium rats instead of the 14 to 18 days that she's on now, because she's still really being either defensive, aggressive, or just feeding responses when I'm walking past her cage or trying to get her out. So she still looks good. Her body size, it's not, too thin. She's not getting too big or too fat or anything like that. But just trying to swap her over to the 10 days. If we're having issues after a couple of months with that, with her gaining too much weight, then we'll just swap back to the normal 14-ish days. And now that they're getting bigger, I don't mind them spreading out the meals longer than what they normally should be feeding on. But she's good. As you see, so her temperament, her personality is really nice, really calm. I think getting her out and being more active with her is helping out on that. So she's getting big. She's definitely, she's kind of coiled up on me now, so you can't really see her true length, but definitely over 5 feet for sure. I don't think she's hit 6 feet yet, but when she's all stretched out, she's a good size. And just moving on with her health and her well-being. And I've seen a lot of these girls get really big in captivity even. So we'll just see how she wants to go back. There we go. And I am still keeping the paper over the glass because she will strike, and I don't want her to break her neck, break her jaw, anything like that. So that's definitely protecting her. Sometimes when I do pull the plexiglass down, she will jump out at me, but I don't know if that's, I'm assuming it's just a feeding response, because I might not be feeding her enough, and so we need to get on that change quickly. So my Guyana Redtail shed out finally. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys have seen plenty of pictures of her. Took her outside in the natural sunlight after she shed yesterday, so here's her nice shed. And man, her colors were looking really nice when the sun was hitting her at the right angles. Look how red her tail is. Now I know the GoPros don't really pick up that much on the clarity, but man, that is so red. Every time she sheds, she just gets redder and redder, which is amazing. And I cannot wait until she gets to be an adult, because obviously she's going to be much bigger. And her colors should be way more vibrant then. And I do like her saddles and stuff like that as well. So this is a 2017, so she's pretty small. She's healthy though. She's eating well, shedding well. And man, she is insane looking. So I don't know, we'll see what we have in plans for her in the future. So we'll just go through, check out some of the snakes really fast. And my IMG shed out, if you guys missed that. I want to say last week. Is this my IMG? Yeah. I need a label so I don't have some of these tubs labeled and I have too many of them, so I get kind of confused. They all look the same. So she's really looking nice as well. Definitely getting darker. Definitely got a little bit darker after that last shed, but we can tell that she's getting, like, in between the saddles and stuff, she's getting darker. Tail's definitely not as red as it was when I bought her, which is okay. And then yeah, she's definitely looking good. So we kind of disrupted her just a little bit, but I have to feed her really soon. And then I'll show you guys the Burmese down here, but she's in deep blue. So super excited about her shedding out, which means she's growing, which is awesome. She's eating very well. I have her on a mixture of rats and then quail as well. And then I just filled her water to the brim. So it's probably 10 gallons, maybe 8 gallons. I'm not sure. It's a lot though. And I'm a little nervous because the last time she shed out, she didn't shed out very well at all. So I know that this is and if you've seen her in the past, she's not that big. She's about 4 feet at 1.5 years, which is decent size for her. But this is definitely a way too big of an enclosure for her. And I just had it, I thought it would have been good enough for her since she's a Burmese. She'd grow fast, and this would be an adequate thing for her. But she's not growing as fast as I thought she would. And it doesn't hold humidity. It does hold humidity because when the Anaconda was in there, at the same size, Pop-Tart, the Anaconda didn't have any issues on shedding. But maybe it's because the Anaconda sit more in the water than the Burmese do. But I'm not too sure about that. So I'm not really understanding why the Burmese is having shedding issues in there. Obviously, probably too big. I mean, realistically, on her size, she could be in a 4x2, 4x20. These are 4x20s. And be perfectly fine for a while, probably another year or two. So if she has issues shedding, I'm going to be spraying down the cage because she just went into blue yesterday. So about 4 to 5 days from now, she should shed out. So within the next 4-ish days, I'm just going to soak. So I have this over here. I'm just going to soak the entire cage down for her, get it as wet as possible, as humid as possible. Hopefully she comes out with a nice shed, so that way I don't have to soak her, peel her skin off of her, because she's not, I mean, we're getting along a little bit better now, but she's still not perfect of where I want her to be. Just like any of my other snakes, like there's no way I can go in there and just grab her without a hook. Even with handling her, she still like puffs up, and she still sometimes tries to strike at me. But I guess that's how baby Burmeses are. Pop-Tart is doing good. In here, filled up her water. She pooped in it again, and she's all the way in the back. She likes to hang out back there in the cold area. Not sure why. It's about 90 over here, so I mean it's even warmer over there. It's like low to mid 80s. Not too bad, but she loves staying on that side unless she comes over here and poops in water. And then so I was gonna put mulch in here. I was gonna do the whole nice mulch thing in there, but then I decided once I get my professional rack system, there's no point because I'm just going to have to clear all of that mulch back out. I'm trying to mount this on top of this some way without it being too heavy where I can't open these doors. Still think I have to build a frame over it, or still possibly thinking about putting all of this stuff into my main bedroom, moving my main bedroom into here, which is perfectly fine. I mean, this is a pretty big room, but it just doesn't look that big because I have 2 3-foot cages in here. So lots of design changes are possible. I just have to figure out what actually I want to do with the room, because obviously when I go into the main room, it's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna have to heat it a little bit more. That's pricing is gonna go up on electricity for that, which is fine. I don't think it would cost that much more, but it still is money being spent. But all right, onward. Keep blabbering about that. So Mountain Dew, my other grand Anaconda, she's alive, so that's definitely a good thing. I'm not saying she's doing any better than what she did or how she has been doing over the last 3 weeks, but she's alive, she's active, and as you can see, she's still super nice and super sweet. Her skin is still saggy, her skin still gets super dried out, her skin still gets like really weird at times, but I am misting her down. There's plenty of humidity in here, so you can sit in her water and stuff like that. So on the good side is the medicine, I would assume, is working, because I gave her half of a bird last week, and she kept it down. No regurgitations, no weird poops, no weird throw ups, no nothing. So that's definitely a good sign, because previously she was regurgitating over and over and over again. And then, we had the issues with her. Hopefully they're clearing up. We can see right here that she definitely is losing weight though. And that is probably because she has not eaten in a while, because she just couldn't keep food down. So went through the whole process on her. And but as you can see, she's still curious. She still is seems to be pretty healthy. And I mean, as long as they're showing that they can, pick their head up, they're curious, they're able to be in the water and do all this other stuff. It's not like she's on her deathbed. At least I hope not. So right now we're going to feed her again, because we fed her last week. And basically what I'm doing, this is pretty gross if you guys don't want to see this, I do apologize. So it's pretty much what I've reverted, or I'm starting to do. So I know it's a waste of a quail, it's a waste of money, but who cares? If it comes down to an animal surviving and living, then I'm okay with that. So I cut the head off, cut the feet off, and then I just cut the bird straight down in half. So we do have one wing on it. I guess I could take the wing off. So this is just basically the body with a little bit of guts inside and a little bit of blood. I know there's probably little to no nutrition with this meal, but it might be enough where she can keep food down over and over and over again. Then I can start feeding her more and more bigger items, like maybe a full chicken in a little bit. But I really do hope that this does give some nutrition, just a little bit, just so she's got something in her stomach. So we'll just try to pick this up as carefully as we can. I'm trying to do this with, well, we'll just put this down. So I don't want to get the blood everywhere, and I don't want to get all on her and then all on the cage. So we still have some guts in here. So I really, really hope that, that's some of the nutrition for her. This is not staying up very well. So I don't want her to think that I'm part of the food. So we're set her down here. And this is even a little bit bigger than what I gave her the last time. But she was eating full-size quail, baby quail, for the last 8 months. So this really should not be an issue to her. What I did have to do last time is, I just put it in there. I just set it on the ground, or on paper towels, and then I just kind of let her eat whenever she wanted to. So that might have to be the case right now. So probably nothing too exciting. I do have to clean this out. She does have some pee in there, but it is nice to know that regular solid pee is going through her body. Regular solid poop is going through her body as well, and it's not runny, it's not bloody like it was. And so I really hope she pulls through. She's promising, she's looking promising, but we all know how snakes are. Snakes really don't show any signs of illness or weakness until it's like right there. And then if we can't catch it on time, they die. If we do catch it on time, we do what we can, and then they still die, or they live. Sometimes they die. But just hoping for the best. And I do appreciate everybody who's reached out to me on Instagram and that stuff, just to see how she is doing. And it doesn't look like she's really gonna be too involved with this food right now, because she's really used to just seeing a full bird, and then this is a half a bird, and it definitely looks a little bit different. So I'll come back in a couple hours. Hopefully it's gone. If not, I'll try again the next couple days. But she did eat, like I said, and everything's somewhat looking okay with her. So that's it, guys. kind of just rambling on about what's going on with the room and the snakes, showing you guys a couple of them. Really hoping Mountain Dew right here pulls through, but if not, I mean, it's totally gonna suck. But you know, just giving her the medicine and taking her to the professionals and seeing what's going on with her. Hopefully she has a nice long life, as so does Pop-Tart. Oh, there she is. We'll check her out real quick. Now that she's back in her pool. So this is, and it's very, very, very humid in here. Every time I stick my head in here, it feels like I'm stepping out into the beaches of Florida. So she likes this thing. She likes her cage. But all right, guys, that's it. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.